Welcome back, GOAT fans. We are back with another episode of the greatest of all time podcast show. I'm the big man, and we got a wicked little trio here. Toorzy is back with us over video conference. What's up, brother?
What's up, big man? How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. Good to see you again. And then we got Rheens. Rheens, thanks for joining me again, man.
Yeah, it's no problem, boys. What's going on? Back to back. Let's make this happen.
We talked about it. We gotta get these episodes just going for the GOAT fans. They need more. They want more.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Toorzy, if you're gonna fix your video there you go, buddy.
What's going on? I got something in the way here. I can't get out of the way.
Well, the boys have had some little technical difficulties before. We're battling through it, though. We're battling through it.
Oh, God. There you go. Sorry, big man.
Boys, there's been some last couple of weeks some trending stories, right? So we're having a little pod that's called WTF headlines. What the F headlines? All right. So before we get into it, you know the drill. We got to say what we're wearing. Reno, what do you got another football one for us? Eh?
Yeah, I'm keeping it consistent with the Niners. This time I got Christian McCaffrey, which if you're a football fan, you should believe he should win MVP, but he's not because of the position he plays. It's bullshit. But keeping it consistent with my boys, clinched the NFC last week, and hopefully keep it rolling all the way through.
Is that true? Well, he's in the running, buddy, though, big time.
He's in the running, but it's a joke. It'll go to a quarterback. Lamar Jackson will win it. Purdy was in talks. Tua's in there, but it's just historically, it's just always gone to the quarterback. It's bullshit. Every NFL writer, analysts, journalists, they all agree it should be CMC. The guy's he's got 23 touchdowns this year. He's got over 2,000 rushing yards. The last running back to do it was, I think, Emmitt Smith, but yeah, it's just trash. He's getting robbed, to be honest.
Well, I think he's going to win it, man. Like, I don't think you could deny him. I think every week he leads the weekend. Like,
agreed. I hope so. I mean, I hope he gets picked.
Yeah. Awesome. Toorzy. Throwing some football at us, eh?
Oh yeah. I got the Liverpool Fernando Torres on the back with the yours truly Bruins #1 in the NHL hat to support it. So just thought I'd throw that in there as well too.
Yeah, you had to throw it in there, eh?
Had to.
Always does.
Absolutely. And then, guys, you know who the greatest surprise is in the NHL besides the Canucks?
One of the teams the jersey you got on.
Shocking, man.
It's these guys. Hey, is that right or what?
I think so. I saw a stat that they haven't let more than 3 or more goals in since October. That's insane.
Hellebuck, man.
You know what? Hellebuck, we're going to talk about him actually. We're going to flow into some hockey, but yeah, Winnipeg, huge surprise. And I love their jersey. You got the dark blue and then the lighter blue with the white trim.
It's a sharp thread for sure. They got nice third jerseys too this year. I didn't mind them. So they were taking some heat, but I liked them.
They kind of look like the Rangers colors, right?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, guys, why don't we get into it? And I'm going to read this tweet out that Rheens, you actually put out for us in the group chat here, and I thought it was a wicked tweet by the GOAT personality in all of hockey. You know who I'm talking about?
Grapes.
All right. So this is what he said. All right. Let me find it here. Okay. The great Don Cherry. The hockey gods were not with Team Canada today. They tried their best. So let's not be too hard on them. Well, you know what, Don? Unacceptable. Quarterfinal loss to Czechia. Man, I'm sorry. Canada is hockey. Hockey is Canada. And it's just, everyone says you can't win it every year. You know what? Yeah, you can. That's how I look at it.
You know what, though? You got to always take it with a grain of salt. The team that Canada could have every year, like, you always have to think about that, right? Bedard could still be playing.
Yeah.
Shane Wright could still be playing. Like these guys, like every year you could say that, right? But yeah, it's a tough finish. 6th. I mean, I got to be honest. I didn't really dive too much into this tournament. You know, the time zone kind of fucked around a bit. I'm gonna get into some of the semis and definitely the finals for sure. But you know, on paper, Canada just wasn't that good going in, which I'm sure you guys heard. I'm sure you guys watched a bit. The bit I watched, like we didn't look good at all.
Yeah, no, it's been like that, like on and off for a couple of years. I was gonna say the same thing though. It's maybe our players are too good. They're already playing in the show. Like it's they're making that step, and but they, you know, it's you kind of want to. It's nice to see though you know, these other countries move
Oh,
on.
big
Like I
time.
don't mind it. I don't
Big,
mind it at all. Like at least there's other players in other countries, you know, coming up on the big stage, and it's good. Like so, it's nice to see that. It was a lucky bounce. They'll be back there next year.
I got some stats dug up since 2010. You guys want to hear them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is actually the 3rd time that we finished 6th since 2010. The last time was in 2019 in Vancouver. I believe that was who was our goalie? We had Nux had him. DiPietro.
Yeah. DiPietro.
Yeah. So yeah, then that one, and then it was also 2016. Virtanen Marner's year in Sweden. We finished 6th, bounced in the quarterfinals.
Wow.
So 3 times. Canada, since 2010, we've won the gold 5 times. Americans have won it 4. So, like, you think of this tournament, I think personally it's a 2-horse race between, I mean, like you said, Toorzy, countries are getting better. It's like Sweden's always good. Finns are in the mix. Finns have got 3 gold since that time. But yeah, you know, there's the parity in this tournament. It's undeniable that it's
And that was a joke though, what
flourished.
happened. That was a joke that what happened to the Swedish, how they won at the end there, that spear, like what a
Oh
joke.
my
Like, it was
goodness.
so stupid.
Oh, that was a bad call. Terrible
But
call.
some of these refs, I mean, you got to see what they were. I know there were some Canadian refs reffing in the tournament. I don't know who was reffing that game. Like, I mean, I didn't really get into it, but we played. That's not a spear. Last couple minutes of game going into it. I mean, the tournament's in Sweden too, right? So
it makes you think. It makes you think, Toorzy, what under 2 minutes left in the game. Sweden, the tournament's in the backyard. And then not only that, they got that penalty and they got another one in OT that eventually won them the game.
Yeah.
It looks shady as hell.
Well, especially when the Swede guy's pointing at the ref and then there was a delayed reaction and then he called
it. That was bizarre.
But, I hope so. Did they win? And sorry to interrupt. Did they win on that play?
Yeah,
like, they didn't win. They won. So they took the penalty. Are you sure?
Yeah.
No. They didn't win. Under 2 minutes left in regulation. They didn't score on that one.
Oh no, I'm talking about the one in OT where they
in OT. Yes.
Yes.
That's
atrocious.
That's what I thought.
Anyways, and what about the geeky hit on that German guy?
I mean, that's a text. Back in the day, that's how I used to.
IHF. It's the IHF. It's the rules. They got different stuff there.
That's Canadian hockey right there, though.
It is.
So where we're going with all this, guys, is Canada as I always look at them as the global kings of hockey, but are they blended in now? Are they blended in the crowd? Like
I think the US. Sorry, big man. Yeah, I think the big US, like it's just you can even see it almost at the NHL stage. They look dominant, and I think it's starting now, even at the junior stage, like their development camps, like everything is just, and you know how much, if you look at like just sports as a nation, like they put so much money into soccer and everything. So
you're talking about USA.
I'm talking about USA. I think they've got the money, they've got like and they put it in their sports, they put in their athletes, they put in their training, all these little development camps. You got Texas hockey's grown, you got Matthews coming out of Arizona, you got all these kids coming out of everywhere. I mean, I think they're solely just going to take the edge. Yeah, it's still Canada, but it's right there with US.
Yeah.
So since 2010, I had to bring this stat up again. The US win gold, they tie Canada for 5 since 2010. If they medal, they also tie Canada at 10. USA medals 9 times since 2010. We've medaled 10.
Yeah, I mean, so everybody shouldn't get their all panties in a bunch just because of one little bounce and it went in the back of the net. You know, it happened. They won.
Of course
gold.
not. Of course not.
It's close. Even me saying it's USA and Canada, but Man, the USA, just looking at the stage of the NHL, they got a dominant youth and the money, and it looks good.
We'll see. We'll see in this up and coming World Cup if it happens, which is a joke format, by the way.
What is happening? What is it? Is it going on or?
Well, it's in the talks that so it's going to be 4 teams. It's going to be Sweden versus Finland, and I think it's a best of 3 series, and then it's US Canada best of 3. Then the winners play each other.
Yeah, it's kind of a condensed form.
Yeah,
it's good you mentioned that, Rheens, because I'm going to give you guys the projected rosters.
Yeah, let's hear them.
For USA. Well, first go Canada and then USA, and you guys tell me who's going to edge it out if it's a go. Well, I guess in that case it'll be a best of 3. You said.
I don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure. I don't think they'd go best of 5. I'm pretty sure it's 3.
All right, so let's start with Canada forwards here. Yeah. All right, so 2025 is when the World Cup of Hockey is supposed to happen. You got McDavid, aka McJesus, McKinnon, Marner, Bedard, Crosby, Point, Stone, Hyman, Stamkos, Marchand, and then some others that can play: Scheifele, Barzal, Suzuki, Tavares, Skinner. And there's probably a few out there that might dabble in there as well. Those are the forwards for Team Canada, and I'll tell you guys U.S. forwards, and U.S. forwards are stacked, just as stacked. You got Larkin, Cofield, Beniers, Terry, and this is when it gets good: Robertson, Matthews, Keller, Kachuk brothers, Jack Hughes.
That's nasty.
Jack Hughes, Eichel, Gensel, Miller, Connor, DeBrincat, and then maybe Pavelski and Patrick Kane. Tage Thompson might be in there, or probably will be in there. And then you got a guy like Gaudreau that if he comes back firing, maybe he can crack that lineup as well. So between those two, I'll just let you know, I'm liking the Canadian forwards there, because you got some role players, right?
I agree.
Marchand.
I agree. Look down the middle too. Look down the middle.
And then one guy that comes to mind, Hyman. Guy like that you need.
Oh yeah.
You know, him against like if you look at the American side, they're all the same. A lot of them are the same players, 80% of them. You know?
That's what I mean.
Brady Tkachuk, though, I like him.
Big element. And Matthew too. He'll play that gritty role. Fuck, those two on a team, my God. Whew.
I'm going with Canada forwards on that. What do you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Canada forwards for sure. I just like I said, I looked down the middle, and I mean, you got McDavid, McKinnon. You're going to be like just boom, 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 and then Point. He's a 4th line center. Like fuck, like that's it's pretty solid, right? But okay, I gotta go Canada as well.
Let's go to D-men for Canada. Makar, Hamilton, Montour, Morrissey, Theodore, Taves, Morgan Riley, and then maybe Pietrangelo.
No, he'll be there. I think one of those two will be there.
I think Pietrangelo will be there for sure. Yeah.
Okay, and let's go to the American side. Quinn Hughes, Luke Hughes, Slavin, Fox, McAvoy, Falk, Carlson, Werenski, Trouba.
It depends. Like I like their D better. Because the US, they got Trouba, they got mean, they got nasty. I think Luke Hughes, I don't know. The kid's young, man, and he scored a nasty goal yesterday or the other day against the Bruins. Like he got rocked, went end to end, and just went absolutely chets. I don't know if he cracks that roster.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, like you got, like you said, Trouba's name at the end. You throw him in there, like you got the different. You can't have all sexy players out there like Quinn Hughes, and you got to mix it up a bit. But like, and then Dougie Hamilton, and imagine a pairing of Dougie Hamilton and Quinn Hughes. Like holy, like
Dougie Hamilton's Canadian.
Yeah, he's Canadian.
He's Canadian. Oh, you said Hamilton on there. Okay.
No.
Even Hughes and Fox, like, but I mean that's two quarterbacks. Like I don't know. I think the U.S. there.
You said McAvoy, right? You had McAvoy in there too, right?
Well, yeah. You got McAvoy where he, you go him and Hughes too. Like he stays at home and Hughes does all the work. I mean, they got a pretty good back end. I'd go with the U.S. on that one. What do you think?
I am going with, I think Makar, not only can he go end to end, he's good defensively as well. I think guy like him and Theodore, that's a great pairing to me.
Taves will be in the mix. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah. I'm going to edge it to Canada, but it's a slight edge.
Yeah. I mean, it's
All right. What about you, Reno?
I gotta agree with you, big man. I gotta give it a slight edge to the Canadians. I don't know. I just feel like when it comes down to it, they know how to win. They got guys that's won cups, grit, big still. Like, I don't know. I just still think that Canadiana just runs a little bit too deep in there.
Okay.
Goalies. But not by much, though. Not by much.
Yeah. Goalies are a different
animal.
Ball game here. And it could be the difference.
Yep.
Canadian goalies, they have no idea. But I'm going to tell you some that might come up here. Carter Hart, Martin Jones, Marc-Andre Fleury, if he can make it till next year, Darcy Kemper, Thompson,
Jordan Binnington.
Buddy.
It'll probably be Jordan Binnington.
It is
Binnington.
Thin. Hopefully Devin Levi, maybe he takes strides. But it is thin on the Canadian crease.
Yeah. I'm sure like someone we didn't even mention might take the spot.
What happened though? Like list our old greats, Broder, Roy, Luongo.
Every wacko parent wants their kid to be Sidney Crosby, man.
Curtis Joseph. Yeah, you're right.
It's they want them to dangle and snipe.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
It is a good point. It is a good point, Toorzy.
And a lot of those goalies came from Quebec too, right? So like maybe that was different. Like the French style, a lot of good goalies are Quebec, right? Like that style here, like I don't know, man.
It's funny you say that, Tour, because like even with the minor teams, like my boys' team, everyone's supposed to volunteer goalie, but some parents are like, we're not doing that.
It's because they're scared you're going to like it and it costs too much.
So it's weird. USA goalies, they got 3 studs. It's going to be a decision. Hellebuck, Demko, Ottinger.
Yep.
Lights out.
I think that's where they take the edge in everything, though.
Yeah.
Like their goalies are so good, you can throw either or in.
Agreed.
So that's wicked. That would be cool. Maybe, so the men's teams, global countries will settle each other and see who next year we'll find out who the kings are.
Just stupid. Bring the Olympics back. Like we don't get to see Draisaitl and fucking David Pastrnak and maybe Ovi. Like just ridiculous.
Yeah,
they got to get it figured out. It's a joke.
Yeah,
but it's all the Olympic, right? It's like they're the problems.
I think so too. Like you can't even show highlights. You know? So whatever.
All right. Wait, guys. Before I move on to the second trend, what are you drinking?
Pale ale. Yellow Dog.
Pale ale. And what about your other drink you're not telling the GOAT fans about?
Little Virgin Seas.
Yeah, Virgin.
Tomato, we got a big game tomorrow. No, it's. We told we're not going. Are you playing tomorrow, Rheens?
Yeah, I'm playing tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Are you in, big man?
No. I'm in.
Oh. Okay, I'll see you at the rink tomorrow, boys.
Well, we'll see how all the boys, how much we ate, and take a look at everyone's guts in the dressing room.
I think the boys will be flying.
Reno, what are you drinking, brother?
Switching it up. I've had pints every time on this podcast. I'm gonna go a little bit classy. I got a Black Label on the rocks, but the rocks are a bit melted now, so just a little scotch.
I was hoping because that's a Mickey.
I poured it big.
I got a nice bottle here of Casadores.
Oh yeah, I had that on Christmas.
Love my tequila.
Nice. You like that, eh? That stuff?
Which one?
You like that stuff?
Yes, I do. Do you?
I don't know. Is that the one that's flavored? I think I
No.
got one of the same one. No.
It's the Blanco.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
I
boys.
think I had that on New Year's.
Let's get.
Yeah.
We should get to it, I think, or we should start guzzling in front of everybody. Okay.
I gotta go to that.
All right, guys. So another trend, last couple weeks in the sporting world, UFC and USADA, the anti-doping agency, they split. Partnerships over, and I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean UFC fighters are going to be on crank big time, but I'm sure some are dabbling pretty good right now in knowing that they're not going to be piss tested anytime soon. There are other companies, but so, and I'm sure McGregor had something to do with it. His neck's this big.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to see, let's start with this. Would you guys want to see UFC fights? Because we love UFC, but consisting of just completely cranked out guys.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, how big are they going to be? And I don't know what's gonna happen out there.
I think is it going to take the athleticism out of the sport? Like, don't get me wrong, these guys are going to be massive. I don't even know if they'll be throwing bombs slow.
Well, it won't make you. It doesn't make you necessarily jacked. It can make you quicker. It can make you leaner.
So this is what I was thinking. Like, say if there's an injury, are they going to take these to speed up the process? Because I think that's what McGregor did.
100%. Are you kidding? He 100% did. His nose is even bigger, man.
For sure.
And
so maybe that where they're going to turn the blind eye, and then
who knows? They're gonna get flexible with these rules. So what I'm getting to is, should other sports follow the UFC maybe for that entertainment factor at all?
I don't think so.
Come on, Toorzy, this has got you all over the steroid era.
Because
I don't know, man. Like, it's just like, it'd be cool. Like, it'd be different to see, but then you think of like just how side effects and what could happen and stuff like that. Like, you don't want to.
100%. And obviously, it's all about the kids, right? Where the athletes are role models and stuff.
I don't even care about that.
But I know a lot of people do. But
yeah,
imagine watching specimens when you're paying for a ticket, any sporting event, you're watching human specimens going at it, or playing hockey. I don't know.
They should
hockey. I don't think it works.
Let them do it for the home run derby.
I think baseball, like the UFC. I mean, so what if they had like a steroid weight in the UFC, and then in baseball they had the DH could roid up.
How wicked would that be?
That'd be hilarious.
No, seriously. How fun was 1998? Do you guys remember?
That was awesome.
McGuire, Sammy Sosa going toe to toe.
Bonds, right? Bonds is in there.
Bonds was in. I don't think he was in that race.
No.
He beat He beat McGuire's record. He got 73 right. A couple years later.
Right. Yeah.
So man, remember that 98? That's what I was only like 10 years old, but for some reason, that's when baseball was like a reality show. It was like Sammy Sosa versus McGuire. They would play. They would both get home runs, and they were chirping, and it was wicked. And it's all because of straight up juice.
Yep.
Am I right?
No, you're right, man. You're right. You're absolutely right. And yeah, that's what I remember too. Like the race between the two. Obviously, I'm not sure if you guys seen the documentary, but yeah, it's just no matter what you'd watch, and they would just be jack after jack, jack after jack. They'd be winning games, and the fans loved it. They turned a blind eye.
Like I can't listen. I'm not advocating for juice, but it's
of course not. Of course not.
It's something to think about.
Well,
because how sports, like imagine Olympics, imagine breaking records nonstop. Imagine Usain Bolt on juice.
Yeah, but he's like that juice is probably going to be all to his legs, like running fucking even faster.
Because I think we're at, I'm speaking with Olympics now about right now, very soon, records will not be broken very soon. It's just humanly, it's physically impossible, right? So something else might be needed.
But the robot Olympics are coming anyway, so
Oh, fuck that. Fuck, that'd be bad.
I don't know.
You know,
It's tough, man. It's like I like the idea of like perhaps a division in the UFC, like that'd be different. But like you said, I think just because like it's just the side effects of, I mean, as an entertainment, yeah, 100%. But these guys are raging after,
Yeah.
they're it's like I don't know. It's
I mean,
it's a tough sell.
they knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen now with the UFC. I feel like now they're just maybe they get caught and they just swipe it under a carpet like
yeah.
it's nothing. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that.
So, is there another team that they could join with?
Yeah.
For the doping. So, like, is that going to come into factor, or
There's a few other anti-doping agencies that are probably gonna come soon, but obviously they want McGregor to
back?
give them some money, big time, big money, and he's gonna probably fight, and he's been on insane amount of crank. But
I mean, maybe they're rolling with something here.
But at the same time, it's what he's the money. So I don't know. It's just it's a cool thing to think about, and I'm not ruling it out. Maybe down the road. And you who made a good point about injuries. The injuries part of it. If they could if it does help someone heal.
Yeah, like then they should be like,
but that's a sticky point. And I'm sure a lot of athletes do that.
I think that's what they might be going towards that. Then that's for sure. It's like it's a positive, and other big sports should be looking at that too.
I mean, I don't want to bring up another podcast here, but what Gretzky was on those Chicklets guys, and he said when he was going through back pain, I guess it was when he was with LA, he just had a slip disc. They were giving him steroids.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
100%.
I mean, close off the discussion. We're gonna pick something. I say put it back in baseball.
Yeah.
Get the entertaining factor. Like, have those races again. Give it to the DHs. I mean, Barry Bonds went from 180 pounds soaking wet, getting stroked out by Henry Rowan-Gardner by the Chicago Cubs, to fucking putting balls in the goddamn Bay Area.
Yeah.
3 years later after he filmed that movie. So I don't know.
They're just
no one even hits in that.
They're just hitting the ball. They're not hitting each other. So let them juice it.
I'd say go baseball.
100%.
But yeah, UFC. I just don't want it to take away from the athletic of the sport. So the athleticism of the sport, but
100%. And then Toorzy, I know you're a big baseball guy, but more interest needs to be into baseball soon.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah,
they're still selling out. It's crazy how big it is in the States. He's freaking packing the 40,000 stadiums all day.
Yeah.
Stephen King goes to Red Sox games, reads books.
Like they got afternoon games, even in their time zone. Like kids are just going there, like this in school. I mean, it's up to the parents, obviously, but that's great. I guess.
Yeah, they do whatever they want down there.
It's true.
Boys, another one in the books that was fun.
It was, buddy.
It was a good time.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back in the Goat Raj very soon, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at Scotia Barn.
8:45.
8:45 puck drop, and hopefully the boys we got some legs tomorrow.
Start the year off with the win.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers,
all right, boys. Cheers, brother. Here, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, my Mickey.
This is the greatest of all time podcast show, Goat Radio. We will see you next time for more Goat history. We'll see you later.